a good map overall. That's just my opinion. It's a very good map. Very, very good map. Alright, Blood of the Dead. We'll have to put this in detail. Blood of the Dead. It's like Mob of the Dead, but without the bridge and without really the fun backup punching thing, and with more Brutuses and worse perks, and I'm not gonna blame BO4's issues on the map itself like I did with World at War. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna blame BO4's issues. But Blood of the Dead, not my favorite. Right? So let's say you're not doing the Easter egg. You'll never go back to the starting room once. And there's the new industries area. You're not gonna go back to that either unless the mystery box is there and you need something. And to get to the prison itself, you gotta go through this very difficult process. And the pack-a-punching process is stupid, man. It's just, I guess it's a little fun. It's a little fun, I will give it that. And you can still get the Hell's Retriever and Hell's Redeemer, which that's another good part of Mob of the Dead, is you can still get the Blundercat, and the Bell's Retriever. That fuck, I can't talk. But the Hell's Retriever, it's the Hell's Retriever is probably the most redeeming part of Blood of the Dead. Classified, A tier. Classified is an A tier map, and Classified, man, Classified, it's 5. It's 5. And Classified is 5, but like you can train in the top floor because they opened up new areas of the map. Like the areas you couldn't go before, now you can go into them. And also, if you go down in the war room, there are good weapons on the wall. There's a perk thing there. The Winter's Howl is the most. It's like the Winter's Howl in 5 was dog shit, but in Classified, it is just a force to be reckoned with, especially if you upgrade it. Which I don't really like I don't like the pack-a-punching thing, right? Pack-a-punch. Okay, I like the process, right? You have to do the 5 DEFCONs again, but this time you have to build a teleporter thing, and you have to build a teleporter, and you have to go downstairs and place it where the normal teleporter would be on the war room, the second floor. And then you have to flip the 5 DEFCONs, and you go to the moon starting room, Area 51. But the thing is pack-a-punching there is actually very hard, and I'll tell you why, because there are constantly zombies that are going to be chasing you around. It's very difficult, especially with the Winter's Howl. Excuse me again. With the Winter's Howl, you have to survive there for a full 3 rounds after doing all the steps. So what you have to do is you have to find numbers around the map, right? So first you grab a key where the first perk is, where the pack-a-punch in 5 was, on the war room. You grab a key out of this like key box. You go upstairs, and it's under there. It's in the it's in a desk of one of the inaccessible areas. Now it's accessible. It's in a desk, and then you write down that number. Then what you have to do is you go down to the third floor, the laboratory. Then you go to this one window, and you have to time a grenade perfectly. Then you have the second number. So then when you go back upstairs and you shoot these 4 okay, so there are portraits. There's George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, John Adams, and someone else I forget. You have to shoot them in a specific order. So I think it goes 2, 4, 1, 3, and then, or maybe it's 2, 1, 3, 4, something like that. I don't remember. I haven't played Classified in a while, like with any zombies map. You get the third number, then, and you don't have to do this in a specific order. I'm just telling you how to do all of them. And then with the fourth one, what you have to do is you have to, what do you have to do again? I forget. Oh, that's right. You have to flip the DEFCON switches in a specific order, and then you have to go into the old Pack-a-Punch room. So you don't put the teleporter thing on first. Then you write down all those 4 numbers. Then you have to, like, you have to put them in this, like, big terminal down in the war room. But it's in a specific order that I don't really remember. But other than that, it's 5, but, still good. Dead of the Night F. No marketing. I don't remember a single trailer for it. I don't remember a single trailer. Dead of the Night, it has literally bosses everywhere. It has the Nosferatus, it has the werewolf, has the catalyst zombies. It's just a clusterfuck. And the Alistair's Folly, which is the wonder weapon, is terrible. It's absolutely terrible in my opinion. The characters suck. Everything sucks about Dead of the Night. Not one good thing can be said about it. The Easter egg is impossible. It's terrible. I can't. I hate it. Ancient Evil, C tier. So it's set in this old it's set in an old town in Greece, and that's very cool already. The atmosphere is nice. There's a good training spot. The Easter egg's fun. You can go to cool areas. Mostly the atmosphere is why I'm putting it at C. The gauntlets. Okay, so the gauntlets are like the bows and like the staffs, right? There are different gauntlets you can get. I don't remember because I haven't played Ancient Evil too much. I played it a couple times, but I haven't played it too much, so I don't remember how to get the gauntlets or what the gauntlets are called. But they're very good. There's cool training spots. It's just everything about it is good in my. That's just my opinion, right? It's but not great, just good. Alpha Omega, B tier. It's Nuketown, but like there are extra steps around like where you got to do stuff. You can build. The Easter egg's easy. You, you know, there's just everything about Alpha Omega is just my cup of tea. It's Nuketown, which is okay. We didn't really need a, a third or a second Nuketown zombies, but you know, I went with it. And you know, the Rushmore terminal is very cool, where you do a lot of the Easter egg steps, and you know, you talk to Peter McCain, which is, I mean, World at War is when he was introduced. He's not really a playable character, but he's part of the story. The Alpha Omega, it brought a lot to the story that was cool in my opinion. I liked everything about it. It was decent. Or good. Alright, this is decent. This is good. This is great. This is just the best. I think everything was decent. Right? Everything was good. Everything was good about Alpha Omega. Literally everything. Verrucht. E tier. No training space. Barely any camping space. Introduced perks. But there are zombies that run faster than the runners. I don't know what to call them. They're just zombies that run faster than the runners. And those are ridiculous. But yeah, there's like no training space. I mean, the Easter egg is cool because you get a song, but there's like nothing good about Varrock other than it brought perks, and you know, there was a camping spot, but you had to be very good in order to do it. Tog Der Toten, C, or you know what, D, D. It was Alright, so I'll tell you the rankings. This is the best, great, good, decent, bad, terrible. Right? So Dr. Toten was I like Call of the Dead. I love Call of the Dead. One of my favorite maps ever. But Dr. Toten, I mean, I wanted a hard remaster of this, just like a faithful remaster of this, where it was just Call of the Dead remastered. But this is like a whole other story. You followed the Victus crew, which isn't. It's very unflattering for the final zombies map ever. Other than the new Cold War zombies. But the final Ether storyline, it's just the Victus crew is unflattering. Not to mention that, like, just I just I don't like this map. It has the Wonder Waff. Pack-a-Punch process is stupid. The fucking Easter egg is stupid. But I mean, it's fun to get the high rounds on, I guess. I'm disappointed with this map. Shino Numa. You know what? We're gonna put this in B tier. Right? I know Shino Numa's a World at War map, and it didn't have any Pack-a-Punch, but it was just fun. The atmosphere, probably my favorite atmosphere ever. Right? Favorite. One of my favorite. Maybe top 3 favorites. Top 3 favorite maps in order: map design, atmosphere, trading spot, which is the whole map, camping spot, spawn room. It brought the Wonder Waff. It brought on dog rounds. It's just it's good. It's good. It's not great. It's not the best, but it's good. Kino Der Toten, A tier. Very easy to get the high rounds on. All you have to do is train on the stage. That's literally it. That's all you have to do. It has 5 perks. Pretty good, pretty good. It's the 5th map ever. It's on Black Ops 1, first Black Ops 1 map. Very good, in my opinion. It's very good. It's great. It's great. But there are some setbacks to it. Is one, it has the Nova crawlers. Those are annoying. You have to look down to shoot them instead of looking up at the zombies' heads. They get in your way. They can just like stop your training momentum by stopping right in front of you, and they blow up once you shoot them, unless you knife them or kill them with a wonder weapon or shoot them in the head. But most of the time, or no, even if you shoot them in the head, I think. But most of the time, you're going to be shooting them with bullets and not a wonder weapon, unless you have the thunder gun or the ray gun, right? Which the thunder gun, best wonder weapon ever, in my opinion, right? I know it's statistically probably not the best, but it's just my favorite, the best, the most iconic. You can train around the stage with it and go boom. It's just, I just, I love it, right? I love it. 5, also A tier. It's another A tier map. 5 is just, okay, it's not objectively the best, right? There's the war room is very hard to train in because Black Ops 1, if you played Black Ops 1, you understand what I mean. It's a difficult map because the Winter's Howl and the ray gun drop off on high rounds, and you can't really train up in the top floor or the bottom floor, so the middle floor is the way to go. But, I mean, pack-a-punching the Winter's Howl is bad. I mean, of course, the ray gun and the Winter's Howl are both good, but they drop off past, like, round 30, right? So, I mean, eh, I can't, like, say that it's easy, but I like the challenge that it brings on. I just like how fun it is. Ascension, though. I'm sorry, guys, I don't like Ascension. Okay, so the Space Monkeys. I can, like, let's say I'm training by one of the lunar landers with the Thunder Gun, and I have Jug and PhD and, one of those. And let's say that my perk that I have is across the map and the Space Monkeys go and get it, right? I have to rebuy that perk or risk my life and risk any other perk to go get it. Not my thing. The Space Monkeys ruin it, man. And the atmosphere isn't my favorite. It's kind of a bad map. Shangri-La, D tier. Shangri-La is very difficult, too difficult for me though. like or not like Revelation, sorry. Like some of these maps, like Kino Der Toten and what's another map? Dead of the Night and Forge of Despair. You know what I mean? It's too difficult, but it's not really. There is an Easter egg, but you don't have to do it like you do with everything else. Right? There's the J1 whatever. It makes zombies small. The baby zombie gun, and you kick them. You kick the zombies and they die, which is I think it's funny. There's also the napalm zombie and the shrieker zombie, which shrieker zombie shrieks at you and it slows you down and blinds you. Napalm zombie, it burns you, and if you get close to it, it'll blow you up and blind you for a little bit. So I think that's annoying. And there's not really a good training spot or camping spot. So I mean, I can't really like it that much. Though I think the Wonder Weapon definitely makes it good. Call of the Dead. A tier. Now, Call of the Dead, I don't want to put it in S tier because you can't really get to too high of a round on there. There's a good training spot right by the lighthouse, but that's it. You can't camp because of George Romero. George Romero is a huge cock, right? He will like block you anywhere you go, and if you make him mad, he's gonna chase after you relentlessly faster than a running zombie, the sprinter. It's just, oh my god. Call of the Dead though. So if you do the Easter egg and then you kill George Romero, you get a Wonder Waff. Okay, that's really good because the Wonder Waff is really good. And you have the Scavenger, which is pretty good in my opinion. Well, upgraded it's good. The VR11 it's just why would you even add that into the game because it does nothing except for kill George Romero, which won't get you your free perk. You know what I mean? It gives you a free perk. George Romero gives you a free perk once you kill him, and you can have. I think it says like one of the first maps you can have. No, Shangri-La was the first map, but it's one of the first maps where you can have more than 4 perks. So I like Call of the Dead's atmosphere. I like its part of the story. I also love the characters. and the George Romero was added. It's just Call of the Dead. I loved Call of the Dead. It was excellent. So I know a lot of people actually like Ascension, and E tier was not where people wanted to see it. In Shangri-La, D tier was probably not where they wanted to see it. Die Rise, people probably wanted to see it lower, where people probably wanted to see it higher. People wanted to see Origins at S tier, and people wanted to see Moon at S tier, and people wanted to see Alpha Omega at E tier or something. I don't know. A lot of people don't like Alpha Omega for some reason, but this is my opinion. I don't care if you attack me because it's kind of funny. This is just my opinion, though. Thank you for watching this behemoth of a video, and I'll see you chicks and guys and lady chicks later. Um, this took an hour to make. I'm sorry for this not really being the best video ever, because I'm kind of tired, and I have to make my other video right now, and yeah, I have to make the script for the other video, which I'm going to be putting out pretty soon. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later.